In this Schrade Saturday video, we're going to take a quick look at a blade I have been itching to get my hands on. That is the Schrade Parang Machete. That's coming up next right here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thank you for joining me. So I've got my camera set up in one tree shadow and trying to get my face in the other shadow so I don't get that shiny side of my head. So the folks at Schrade were kind enough to send me, along with a lot of other stuff, one of their new Parang machetes, and I gotta say I've been really wanting to try this thing out. I really like the looks of it, and it just seemed like it'd be really great for doing some pretty serious chopping type work, and that's what we're going to be doing in just a minute. But first, let's talk about the specs and details of this thing real quick, and then we'll take you down the old stump top and get to doing some of that Parang stuff. I got a feeling Parang might have to do with the sound this thing makes when it's interacting with a balance, orientation, and rotational device at our state-of-the-art testing facilities. We'll find that out too in just a minute. Okay, once again, this is the Schrade SEH PR1 CP Parang Machete. The Schrade Parang features a 13.68 inch or 34.75 centimeter blade of 3CR13 stainless steel with a 5.95 inch or 15.11 centimeter TPE handle. This is a full tang machete with a 19.6 inch or 49.78 centimeter overall length, and it weighs 1.37 pounds or 22 ounces, which is 621 grams. Features a lanyard hole and a polyester belt / shoulder sheath with a leg strap. The Amazon price for the Schrade Parang is 39 bucks. Okay, so that was some of the specs and details and close-ups of this really cool blade from the folks at Schrade. So before we take you down the old stump top, get to doing some of that Parang stuff, let me ramble just a little bit more. First of all, I want to say this is it's got a kind of a two-stage grind on it, a little bit of a hollow grind here, but then it's got a secondary bevel here. It is about 1/8 of an inch thick, and again, it's got kind of a semi-smooth coating on it. Schrade likes to do. It's a full tang, but the TPE handle is completely overmolded, so it feels like it'd be very comfortable. Got about almost 2 inches of non-sharpened area here, so I guess you could choke up on it a little bit maybe if you want to do some finer task. I don't really know what the benefit of that is, why it's not sharpened all the way to here. I mean, that's probably going to be for where your chopping force is going to be up here anyway, but that's the way it is. So it comes with this shoulder / belt sheath, and it's got the adjustable shoulder strap with a little pad here, and then it's got the leg strap to hold it down. A couple of snaps here to kind of close it up, and then it actually has a snap retainer here on the handle. So if you don't want to wear it on your shoulder, this thing has got like a Fastech style buckle, then you can definitely just take this off, and it is velcroed inside here. So you can remove the shoulder strap altogether if you want to, just take it off. So anyway, that's just a couple other things I wanted to show you. And now let's take you down to the old stump top and do some Parang stuff. And then we'll get to the more scientific testing. Okay, so here we are at the old stump top. I've got the Parang. In the interest of consistency, I try to keep kind of the test the same. We're going to do the standard test I would do with pretty much any blade. I got a piece of pine, got a pretty good sized piece of poplar here, and then I got just a piece of really solid oak, and my good old fat wood that's been out in the weather for like, I don't know, at least 2 years. So. You know what's next, right? Let's see about some feathers for this thing, because it's definitely not designed. That's not what its purpose is for. It's a big old blade, but we're going to see if we can maybe get some feathers out of it. Okay, so that's some of the practical use testing of the Schrade Parang, and I got to say, really good at chopping. This nice sweep here, this extra mass in the blade just really lets it bite in really good, and this is about the sweet spot, about right here. It did a great job of batoning. It's a big old, reasonably thick, almost 1/8 of an inch thick hunk of 3CR steel, so it's pretty forgiving. And I will say, the chopping, it was very comfortable in my hand. That little palm swell, it just really seems to help. It didn't want to slip out of my hand, didn't transfer a lot of vibration or anything. On the batoning, maybe just because of the angle of it, it did put a pretty good bit of vibration transfer to the end of the pommel here, depending on how you were holding it, exactly where you hit it. But it did okay. As far as carving goes, look, it's not a carving knife. Obviously, it's not what it's designed for. But in a pinch, it would probably get the job done. You could at least, do some fire prep stuff with it, which it did okay on that too. And then it strikes a ferro rod pretty good. It's just pretty awkward to use it because it's so big. I was able to just kind of rest the tip on, as you saw, and push away. The problem is, because of the way the angle was, it was kind of scraping my knuckles up. But it got the job done. If you're somebody that can do that pull thing really good, I can't for whatever reason, then it might be even easier for you. But all in all, a pretty decent tool. Try to do the standard test with it. But as you know, in addition to the real world type practical use, I think it's important to make sure we take advantage of all the scientific testing equipment we have here at the Survival on Purpose Worldwide headquarters. And one of the things I always like to do is test the balance of every blade that I review. Typically we use the balance orientation and rotation device back here. That's what we're going to do right now. So this has not been calibrated, so I'm not sure if we have the distance to the apparatus correct, but let's just give it a shot and see. First time's a charm. Okay, first time's really good, but as you know, the scientific method is based upon repeatability of results. Okay, I think we're going to call that one balanced. Actually, it's very well balanced. I was kind of surprised by the level of balance they achieved on this kind of a different shaped blade. Chuck Norris is the reason Waldo is hiding. So like I said at the beginning, I was itching to get my hands on this one because I thought I would like it, and I was right. I really do like it. It is just a very comfortable chopper, and which is the primary design for it. Pretty heavy duty. You're going to be able to go through some, I mean, you saw it went through that pine like this with one whack. You're going to be able to go through a lot of heavy duty brush with this and use it for a lot of different tasks around camp and in the bush and in the woods. So, in some places in the world, I know they call it going into the bush. Here in Georgia, I call it going in the woods. But either way, I think this would be a pretty handy item to have in the woods or the bush or the forest or wherever you might be playing around out amongst nature. So if you're looking for a really solid like Eastern woodland style machete for brush and wood and a lot of other tasks, this could be a really good one for you. So once again, thanks to the folks at Schrade for sending me this so I could show it to you. As always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a new video every Friday, a Schrade Saturday video every Saturday, and occasionally a few random videos throughout the week. You can check out another one right here, and if you're not subscribed, you can fix that by clicking right down here. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.